WHTV during quarantine?
Hopefully the last one in quarantine, but this is my last one forever.
Oh, hello there. Are you joining us for the episode?
Oh, of course. What'd you think? I was gonna miss the last one?
Of course not. I just don't know how I'm gonna do it without you guys next year.
Don't worry, I'm not too far. I'll come visit.
You're just at UNH, but where's the rest of your grade going?
Well, I know, but I know you and Gianna just did a story on it, so I'll let you guys take over.
As we are in the last week of 2020 senior school year, it means many of them are entering adulthood. Deciding what to do after high school differs per person and is an extremely hard choice to make. We sent out a survey to see the different choices students are making next year. As seen, 82.6% of the senior class who answered the survey will be attending college, with the majority school being University of New Hampshire. But while college seems to be pushed upon every senior, some are taking a different path. We interviewed 3 different people, all making different choices than each other this upcoming fall.
Taking a gap year to start a jewelry business and hopefully, get started making a living out of that instead of going to college.
Deciding to take a gap year can be a hard choice for some, but an easy choice to others.
I've been saying I'm going to take a gap year since freshman or sophomore year. I've been wicked excited for it. It's just some me time to figure myself out and get right in my head before I make some major life decisions. College really wasn't for me, I guess. I couldn't see myself choosing a career path that early. How I like spending my time wasn't exactly what people go to college for. So starting a jewelry business is definitely more of my thing, and getting into the art world is definitely a little bit different.
Although this seems very well thought out, this wasn't Emily's original plan.
I wanted to travel the world. I planned on going to South America for 8 months, and then Corona hit. So my entire plan was just kind of out the window.
Despite all the challenges, pursuing something you are passionate about is worth the risk.
My advice to people would be, do it. Take whatever time you need, figure yourself out before you jump into spending $25,000 a year. Do whatever feels right for you is my advice.
Next, we checked up with Keith Albergo, who is joining the Marine Corps.
I joined the Marine Corps because it's the toughest branch and Marines are held to a higher standard. I also wanted to challenge myself while serving my country. My MOS, or job in the Marine Corps, is either going to be an air traffic controller or a UAV operator.
Keith says the process is pretty straightforward when you realize that this is what you want to do.
I met with my recruiter once and made sure I wanted to join the Marine Corps. After that, I got all my documentation ready, and once they received that documentation, I went down to a MEPS facility and took a test called the ASVAB, which scores you and qualifies you for different jobs. After that, I took different tests to make sure I was prepared and physically ready for military service. After that, I was enlisted into the delayed entry program for the Marine Corps, and I will stay there until boot camp.
Keith says the best thing to do if you want to join the military is to reach out and talk to others who have been through the process already.
They'll give you the best insight on what to expect and if it's really what you want to do.
Finally, we checked with Stephanie Reed, who will be attending University of Rhode Island as a pharmacy major.
I chose URI because of the distance. It wasn't too close to home, yet it wasn't too far away either. The success rate of the pharmacy program was very high. It had a high placement rate for students after graduation, which I found vital. I chose pharmacy in the first place because it combined my 2 favorite subjects of anatomy and chemistry, and also I feel like there will always be a demand for pharmacy and just health-related fields in general.
As a lot of juniors will be going through this process next year, Stephanie says that staying on top of your work is most important.
Keep up to date on deadlines and get all your stuff done early so you don't have to stress about last minute. Just apply to as many scholarships as you can because college is expensive. It'll take a lot of your time and it's a lengthy process, but it'll definitely be worth it in the end.
There are so many different paths to take, as there are so many different options offered to students. Best of luck to the class of 2020, and hopefully this has helped inspire the class of 2021. For WHTV, this is Gianna and Hannah.
Weird to see you guys are actually leaving.
I know, I'm getting sad just thinking about it, so let's just get to the next topic. Coffee, right?
Okay, so no, it's the coffee house and it has nothing to do with coffee. It's actually pretty interesting. This year, due to coronavirus, the annual Tri-M Music Honor Society Coffee House could not be held in the cafeteria. On May 18th, the coffee house was streamed on the WHTV YouTube channel with Charlotte Cristo announcing the acts. Run by Mr. Moore and Mr. Martin, students were able to submit videos with their performance to be shown virtually.
I'm going crazy. This is Cameron.
you could still check it out on our YouTube channel.
Well, that was really cool that they got to continue this tradition during quarantine.
I know, right? But you know what I've been doing a lot during quarantine?
What's that, Hannah?
Becoming a talented artist.
Oh, really? You art?
Yeah, I guess you could say it was my special talent.
You have talents? Weird. Never knew that.
Wow, couldn't even get through one episode without being mean to me, could you?
Hey, it's my last episode. I can do whatever I want.
True. Anyway, we're getting away from this point. Traditionally, the art show is held at Winnacunnet midway through the third trimester, but well, that didn't happen. So the arts teachers decided to not give in, but instead create a show online. The art show is also a place where AP art students can get a night in the spotlight. We caught up with a few of them for this story.
Each year, the art department hosts an art show to display students' work from the school year. Typically, the AP students take center stage at the event and showcase their work. For most of these students, art plays a big part in their lives, and they love the different ways things can be expressed.
I like art because it's a fantastic way to express yourself and to get things out into the world that are possibly in your head, or they can even make a statement. It's limitless. It's whatever you want it to be.
I love being able to kind of like use my own thoughts and stuff and express my own thoughts through something and make it call it my own.
For these students, artists played a huge role in their life, and during high school, they were able to work their way up to the AP level.
I first got into art, I don't know, at a young age. My mom was an art teacher, so I always had stuff around the house to do.
I started getting into art about freshman year, but before coming into high school, I knew zero about art, and I had never considered myself an artist, but the teachers really did, they take in their students and they teach them everything they know.
Around second grade, I got really into it. I didn't really start moving with it until sophomore year of high school. I took a lot of art classes at one time and kind of just got hooked to it.
The AP course is vigorous, and when the school went to remote learning in March, it was hard for some to switch to an at-home workspace, but for others, it was an easy change.
The biggest struggles for AP Art is definitely reaching the timeline that Mr. Coombs sets up. It's pretty intense. You have to think of a piece, get it on paper, rough draft, and finish it all within a week and a half.
We were supposed to make 15, but after coronavirus, we all ended up submitting 10. We made 15. I've had trouble trying to work on art because I just have less motivation.
I'm lucky enough to have a lot of art supplies at my house, so I didn't really have that much problem. I just know I kind of, over the years, have hoarded up a bunch of art supplies and paint and stuff like that, so I was pretty set.
Each artist chose a concentration that was important to them, and with all the pieces they made, each artist had a favorite piece that they just connected with.
So my concentration for AP Studio Art, it was how technology over time affects society and how society over time affects technology. My favorite piece, it's a boy jumping off a bridge. I did it in watercolor. I don't know, I love that piece. It's just showing that at one point in time, the bridge was, used for transportation, but now it's being used for a boy to jump off it. It's used for recreational, societal purposes rather than transportation of goods and people.
My concentration personally was how societal standards show and display beauty completely incorrect, trying to defy basically social standards. This kind of represents how corsets and how social standards have restrained women into altering their body in even harmful ways to be a certain way and look a certain way, and it's kind of like you're a prisoner to what society wants you to be, and if you're not, it's kind of like you're trapped,
My concentration was how to show current world problems in reflections. My favorite piece in my portfolio this year was I did a piece on if you get eye problems and serious eye issues in different countries that are poor, those people, they lose their vision and there's not really much they can do, just the doctors aren't really there and stuff like that. So one of my pieces was an eyeball, and I made it pretty graphically, and then I put tools, people working on the eyeball with surgery, and then in those tools were people that lost their vision because it showed that other countries aren't as fortunate as ours to have accessibility to medical stuff like that.
Due to the closing of schools and large events from coronavirus, students were forced to find another option. To allow students to share their work with the community, the art show was transformed into a website. This website features all of the AP students' pieces, along with a short description of their chosen concentration.
Make sure to check out the art show online and support your local artists. For WHTV, this is Gianna and Alyssa.
Good to see that none of your art is in there.
Hey, I just haven't been discovered yet.
Okay, well, anyway, let's get to graduation and what the plan is for that. Due to smaller numbers, evening school graduation will be done as a drive-by next Monday at the school. All the other seniors will be scheduled to come to the football field in their cap and gown sometime over 4 days, between June 8th and June 11th. 4 family members will be allowed to watch as they receive their diploma. A tent will be set up so that you can be outside all 4 days, rain or no rain. Video will be recorded of each of the graduates as they receive it and will be put together into a virtual graduation that will include speakers and music. That will be broadcasted right here on WHTV on June 19th. Well, at least it's better than nothing.
Hopefully you'll have a real one later.
Yeah, I need something good to celebrate the last 4 years.
Isn't it weird that I would be graduating this year too?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're doing 5 years of high school, dummy.
Yeah, but even the last 4 for me went by really fast. I bet it did for all of you too. So to remind you of all of those years, Caroline and I put together a story on the last 4 years for seniors and what we here at WHTV captured of you guys.
The last 4 years have gone by pretty fast, and now the class of 2020 is graduating. To continue this tradition, we asked WHTV members to reflect on the time they had in the class.
I started WHTV third try sophomore year, and then I've been doing second and third try of junior and senior year. I did one on common sayings in other countries last year with Amanda, and we went into the lunchroom and we asked people what they thought these words meant that were from Australia and Scotland and England.
I started WHTV my junior year. I did it the first try of my junior year, and then I did it throughout junior year and senior year, so I've been on it for 2 years. My favorite story I did was probably the Exeter video. I was so excited to do that one. I was really happy that I got the chance to do it. Going to Exeter, filming every sporting event that we have, finding the best clips, that was wicked fun. Being a part of WHTV will always stick with me in my head. I think that was one of the best things about Winnacunnet for me.
After hearing what the WHTV members had to say, I went to when the class of 2020 was entering Winnacunnet during the fall of 2016 to see what WHTV had captured of.
We did the ropes course. We did a little bit of it.
Yeah, the t-shirts were really fun, and we played name games.
Yeah, I like doing the tie-dye shirts and being able to get my schedule and see what classes I get to have.
My name's Greg. Exeter is terrible at flag football. I'll 1v8 their entire team.
I was gonna call people out, then I realized no one relevant goes there. That's all I have to say.
I got 2 things to say. 1, Exeter kids don't work at Playland. 2nd, they don't defend house parties in the hills. That.
So, past few weeks, seen some highlights from Exeter games, football games. Their quarterback, Ryan Grijalva, looking like Eli Manning out there. 5 picks a game. Wide receivers, I swear they're defensive backs out there, dropping every pass. It's awful.
I know a decent amount of people from Exeter, played some basketball with them, but the fact is I don't like any of them.
I danced around in my Christmas theme onesie to All I Want for Christmas Is You, Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande, Drummer Boy's a classic, Santa's Coming to Town, just the Justin Bieber Christmas soundtrack, that's a hit.
I've learned that you gotta,
Nice life lesson. Always be patient.
Alright, so my life lesson is do your homework or you end up like me.
Don't date girls taller than you. Doesn't work.
I didn't really learn anything. I'm pretty good at everything, so.
The biggest lesson I've learned this year is to do your schoolwork, because I got my car taken away, my phone taken away, and my friends taken away. So basically my whole entire life is taken away.
The lights are in my eyes right now, and it's really loud, and I don't know how to dance. So overall, I'd give it a 6 out of 10, but presentation 10 out of 10.
Prom, it's pretty lit. I thought it was gonna be bad because it's in the cafeteria, but it's actually pretty cool. That's all I gotta say. I'll bring it over to my guest here.
I don't even know where the bathroom is.
Yes, it met my expectations. I love to dance also.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Phenomenal, spectacular, just outstanding.
Extraordinary.
I changed my mind because I like Cardi B.
I can do the worm.
The SpongeBob movie, it was really scary. I couldn't watch it. It was bad.
It was really bad.
I'd say my favorite scary movie is, without a doubt, Curious George, because that pet owner guy, you know, the guy who runs the hotel, always freaked me out. He would always be chasing after him, and he had the mean grimace, and yeah, it was just undeniably scary.
My favorite horror movie has to be Greg Hill. Just look at him.
I mean, if we're talking like absence of neck, Exeter's definitely got us in that game. But other than that, I'm gonna go with Winnacunnet all the way. I mean, they got a great variety of kids with little to no neck at all whatsoever. So I mean, like that portion of the game, I'm gonna give it to them. But like other than that, I think we're set.
My New Year's resolution is to find a girlfriend. So my New Year's resolution was to get a girlfriend, and I did not achieve it.
The class of 2020 had some really fun times through the years. We wish them the best of luck, and we will miss them all next year. From WHTV, this is Hannah and Caroline. Julia, you good?
Yeah, of course. I'm not going to cry about it today.
Well, Winnacunnet, I think that's it.
I hope everyone has a great summer, and for the last time, this is Julia Harrington signing off. Too far away, I'll come visit.
You're just at UNH, but where are the other people in your grade going?
Shut up! If you hear this in the background, I would like to deeply apologize. This is what working from home's like. I don't have any background noise in WHTV. I don't care. It's fine.